Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Haziron bin Hamid. The River of Life project is a project under the National Key Economic Area (NKEA). There are 12 NKEA listed under the Economic Transformation Programme (ETP). The Project of Life falls under the EPP5, revitalizing Kuala Lumpur into a heritage and commercial centre for Greater Kuala Lumpur. The River of Life was divided into three components: river cleaning, river beautification, and land development. The river cleaning components cover 110 kilometers stretch along the Klang River Basin. The objective of this component is to clean the water to Class 2B, suitable for recreational use with body contact. The river beautification component goal would be transforming the Klang and Gombak River into a vibrant and livable waterfront, to create high economic value through a revitalization of the public realm along the river. An international master plan design competition was held by Kuala Lumpur City Hall in 2011, and the result was announced in April 2011. ACOM was selected as the overall winner of the competition. The winning proposal proposed 11 precincts within the river beautification segment of River of Life, covering 10.7 kilometers of waterfront with a total area of 781 hectares and 63 hectares of water body. ACOM was appointed to be the project manager for River of Life project. Tenders would be open for Bumiputra G7 contractors. The contract used is the DBKL 203A with quantities. For instance, for one of the parcel, the contractor was the Tuan Eco River Construction Sendirian Berhad. During the project, the World Health Organization announced the global COVID-19 outbreak as a pandemic on 12 March 2020. The Malaysian government swiftly initiated a movement control order on 18 March 2020. Later on, a variety of MCOs was announced during 2020 till 2021 period. Impacts of COVID-19. Impact 1. Regulation and standard operating procedures. For instance, during the first MCO, all construction works were given a stop work order by the Ministry of Works. Impact 2. Schedule overruns and cost overruns. The project suffered delays with lockdowns and restricted working conditions on site. Impacts 3. Price fluctuations. Because of COVID-19, all the construction materials have increased in price due to the pandemic and lockdowns. Impact 4. Not achieving project objectives. The project suffered because the project was near completion and works on ground had to be stopped. The project was seen as abandoned and several facilities were vandalized. Impact 5. Closed borders. Due to the pandemic, all Malaysian borders remained closed. The international project managers could not monitor the project effectively because they were in another country. Strategies to counter the impacts of COVID-19. Strategy 1. Complying with SOP. Eventually, the River of Life project was able to continue because it was listed as critical works, where the unfinished works could pose a danger to the public. Strategy 2. Contract provisions for delay and cost overruns. Utilizing clauses in the contract that allows for extending the date of completion and claims. Strategy 3. The project managers was advised by the client to take action such as project crashing and project fast-tracking. They need to increase manpower and do activities in parallel. Strategy 4. Rethinking of project objectives. Several job scopes were reduced or omitted to hasten the completion of the project. Strategy 5. Taking advantage of the internet. The project managers conducted progress and site meetings using Google Meet. All reports and site photos were communicated via Gmail and Google Drive. COVID-19 tested the ability of organizations to adapt quickly and effectively. Various factors need to be considered when planning during a pandemic. Ignoring these factors results in failure and not meeting project objectives. Factors considered during COVID-19 pandemic. Factor 1. Project structure. It is important for the project manager to identify the key person in the agency that can make decisions. Factor 2. Local adaptation. Understanding the current situation in Malaysia would greatly help the River of Life project in terms of delay and cost overruns. Factor 3. Mode of communication. Communication via the internet has been indispensable during this pandemic. Factor 4. Planning for the unexpected. To avoid cost overruns, it is best to include a contingency budget to accommodate additional risk and expenses. Factor 5. Planning for quality. The emphasis on quality can be seen as an approach to avoid defects and to the effect reduce costs. Nobody could have predicted the COVID-19 pandemic. It is a difficult test for project managers during these trying times. Impact comes from various sources. It can be internal and external sources. Project managers need to use strategies to get the project finished. Factors need to be identified and considered for future international projects. This is Haziran Hamid signing out. Thank you very much and Assalamualaikum.